Okay.
Oh,
Being recorded for the dance, the real
okay,
dance.
let me just grab the music. Okay, so it's gonna start right away. Or actually, I'm gonna bring it back a little bit so we have time to get ready. Okay, you ready? 3, 1, 2, 3. Swing. Cross up. Good. So now it's just practice. Just practice, okay? Good.
I always
Okay.
wanted to be cool.
It's awesome. Okay, where are you guys? There you are. Okay, you guys ready for the next part?
Yeah,
I love that your
my
daughter's
John
doing this.
Hedgecock's camera is off and he's not dancing.
Oh.
I mean, we did make reels together, John. Okay, go, Sarah. I
Okay.
am noticing who's dancing.
You're like, you're gonna dance. Get up.
Dance.
Okay, so next part is now we're gonna do the milkshake part. Okay, so the milkshake part, your arms come up like this, and you're gonna turn them to the left and turn them to the right. That's what your arms are doing. Your legs are gonna follow. But it's literally just a 2-step. So you're gonna step. So just the legs. Don't worry about the arms right now. Okay, left leg step out. Bring up the right leg together. Then right leg step out, bring the left leg together. That's what your legs.
Sarah,
yeah.
Are we supposed to mirror you? So like if it's your left, it's our right, or are we doing opposite? Okay.
Don't mirror me. No, don't mirror
Okay.
me. Do the opposite. Does that confuse you guys? Maybe.
We're good because this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it now, and then we're gonna send a video for us to perfect it and have a video contest. And United We Thrive.
Awesome. Okay, you ready? So we're gonna do the arms and the legs together. So 3, 2, 1. Step out, in, step out, in. Good. Okay, so da 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 da. Okay.
From the top.
Yeah, okay. Let's bring it from the top. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Step back. Swing. 1, 2, 3. Cross, bring it up. Okay. Step out. Step out. Good job. That's awesome.
Yes, are we ready? We're ready. We're ready. We're all ready.
Ready for the song? Okay.
Ready for the song. Let's go. Somebody better be recording this.
Okay, let me make sure that I have it at the right spot. Right now, back.
On a day night, got the Bourbon Street steak with the Oreo shake. It's a whipped cream on the top.
Good. Awesome. Okay.
I think we're good. You know what, Sarah? We're gonna stop there because this is a group of beginners. Me.
Okay. You know what? We can do next part, next team huddle.
Yes. And I want you
Kind
to
of just
I forget this whole first part.
Okay.
look at Joni. I love it. Oh my God.
We have been working on this as a family for weeks and we just cannot get it.
Well,
You're gonna get it.
We're gonna get it, and we're gonna be prepared. Anybody that's coming to the retreat, we're gonna have a group Applebee's dance. So
Send it to me.
oh, Sarah, you're gonna be leading it via Zoom. There's, you know, that commercial from the Olympics where there's that person you're like pushing around that's like in a computer. That's gonna be you at the retreat. So welcome you guys. That was a little fun dance class with Sarah. I assigned it to her. She was probably like, what in the world are you assigning me to teach dance? But she did a fabulous job. Go, Sarah. So we're going to do, the first thing that we are going to do tonight is put up 10 fingers. We're going to play a little game, and then you're going to walk away today with your pitch. I didn't tell anybody in advance. I just have, so you, if I were to see you at the water cooler or to ask you what's up with this Thrive stuff, you're going to walk away with your pitch tonight. So I want you, first we're going to play a game. I want you to put down one finger, and what your goal is to get all your fingers down. And the first one that has them down and says me is going to get a prize. Ooh, Beth Bullish, you have the biggest box of stuff coming to you. Beth was like, send it all. All right, so I was cleaning my office today. If you want a book, send me your address. You might get a book that you don't even want. All right, put down a finger if you shared your 3 steps in your stories in the last 5 days. Put down your finger if you gave a sample pack out in the last 14 days. Put down your finger if you took your 3 steps this morning and added boost to your lifestyle mix. Put down your finger if you have worn your DFT in a place that you can see it loud and proud in the last 2 days. Put down your finger if you have interviewed a thriver online in the last 7 days. Put down your finger if you have posted in the customer group about an excited thriver in the last 7 days. Put down your finger if you've reached out to someone to invite them to the Tuesday night interview in the last 3 weeks. Put down your finger if you've put someone on a 3-way chat in the last 7 days. Put down your finger if you have done your gratitude in a journal in the last 5 days. Put down your finger if you got paid the biggest paycheck of your life today and it brought you to tears. I know who that was today. Put down your finger if you have done something that scared the snot out of you in regards to your business in the last 365 days. Put down your finger if your goal is to be 12K or 4K in the month of August. Put down your finger if you think Sarah Luce is the most fabulous dance instructor. Is anybody all the way down yet? Put down your finger if you have someone in your life that refuses to thrive and it just really makes you mad. Anybody have all of them down yet?
Mine's been down for a long
I know.
time.
Beth Bullis wins. Beth Bullis wins because I want her to share today. I'm going to throw Beth on first. She doesn't even know what she's sharing about. Beth is I can't stop shouting her out, and here's why. She had 490,000 reasons to quit this business. She wasn't a master of social media. She didn't really understand the business model. She got started and her entire upline community just stopped thriving, and a lot of other things. But what she decided to do was stay consistently showing up to the working Zooms, showing up to listening to everything while she was walking. She decided to not only up level her business, but her whole life. She decluttered her house. She did all the personal development. And today she got a paycheck and she sent me a message and she said, I got this paycheck, it got me teary. And then I thought, I want this paycheck all the time. And I'm like, those are the words of a winner. And so we broke down, like, what rank would it be for her to have that bonus check? I'm going to throw some questions out quickly. Everybody's going to have like 30 seconds to talk that I'm calling on. And I want you to walk away tonight and be ready to share. If I were to say to you, in the grocery store, on the phone, walking out of church, walking out of the DMV, oh my gosh, what is that Thrive stuff that I've been seeing you post about? So I'm going to put the timer on, and I've prepared a few people, but Beth Bullis, because you are the star of the world today, and you can just be the star for as long as you want to be the star. First of all, Beth's going to be hosting a Zoom, a training about how she specifically has used the customer group for most of her growth. And she's going to be, if her grandbaby doesn't come, she's going to be doing that. I think we'll do it next Tuesday and then move Jason and Nicole to the following Tuesday. Or we could even do it as a live inside of United We Thrive. We'll decide on that. But Beth, I'm going to set my timer. Be ready to write down the things so that when somebody says to you, what is Thrive? You can say, what is Thrive? And I'm going to give you some tips at the end. And then we're going to give you a little format for it. So Beth, oh my gosh, I'm going to role play with you.
Okay.
I've been seeing you post online. It looks like you've lost a ton of weight. Like, what is this Thrive stuff?
It is the magic that my body's been missing my entire life. It helps me to live life to my fullest and to become the yes mom. I had become the no mom, and it gives me mental clarity and just all the things that make me happy.
I love it. I love when she said I'm the yes mom. Okay. And so write down what you love about what she just said. And I'm going to move over to John Hedgecoth. Where are you, John? This is going to be hard because I'm timing John. And if anybody knows John, he is a public speaker like no other. So John, where are you?
I can do it in 30
There you
seconds.
are.
I'm
Were
right
you
here.
doing the Applebee's dance?
I'm here.
Were you doing the Applebee's dance?
No, I can't dance. I would love to be able to say I could dance. I can't.
I can't dance either, and I still dance. I dance like Elaine from Seinfeld.
I think Sarah Lewis is cool as heck, but I can't do it.
Okay, and then one other question. If Sarah Lewis is a millennial, what are you? You're not a baby boomer.
Oh no, I'm Gen X. I'm solid Gen X, baby. Beth, I just went to see the Foo Fighters last Thursday night.
Yes. Type in the comments if you're a millennial.
I just drove 300 miles to see Dave Grohl. What are you talking about? Yeah, whatever.
Okay,
whatever.
John, I'm seeing you at a concert, and I've noticed, like, John, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you since high school. You ran a marathon, and you're posting about this like MLM stuff. Like, what is going on? Did somebody invite you into a cult? What's this Thrive thing?
Yeah, it's really simple. I wouldn't do a diet. So it's about getting my nutrition right every day. And it's a premium nutrition product, simple, daily supplement. And I didn't realize the difference it would make to get my nutrition right. It's the foundation of everything else. And once I started taking that seriously, kind of all fell into place. And I have lost 52 pounds, and I ran a marathon in 2019, the 2 weeks after I turned 50. And, it doesn't matter how old you are or whether you feel like you're out of energy or you don't have it, the ability to be like you were when you were 20. This really brings a lot of it back. I'm over time.
I love it. I love it. Okay. So you guys, are you getting like golden nuggets from these speakers? I know I am. Okay. Karen Helene, you are next. Oh my gosh. How do you keep up with those grandbabies? You are like aging backwards. What is going on? What is Thrive?
Hey, you know what? Thrive is my new chapter towards health. I needed it for energy when I was working a 10-hour day, but I need it more to keep up with my family, with the 3 generations in our household.
Beautiful. You guys, I'm getting all chills and like, this is so exciting. Okay.
Hey, guess what? Can I tell you something real fast?
Yes. Yes.
Cindy Howard is my granddaughter's 4th grade teacher.
Oh, that's so exciting. Oh my God.
Guess what? I think I'm going to be the room mom.
Thriving room moms. I love it. I love it.
Everybody in that class will be thriving.
Yeah, my granddaughter is.
It's the 1-2 punch. You guys, I started my son who's 17 on the men's capsule, 1 men's capsule. And I was like, said to my husband, oh my gosh, he's in such a good mood all the time. Like, what is going on? It's gotta be Thrive. It's gotta be Thrive. He's got a girlfriend.
Well, the 2 are related. Beth. The 2 are related.
No, la 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 la. Okay, next I am going to move over to Ashley Weideman. Our Flex Friday, I've got some big news for you. Ashley's in charge of a Flex Friday post in the customer group. When you see it go up, make sure you post your photo, because every week there will be and get your customers, tag your customers, because there's going to be a DFT gift going out every single week. So that's new in the Do You Thrive group. Ashley, what is Thrive? Ashley's like, okay.
It's I just got back from putting my kids in bed for the 10th time. Thrive is my lifesaver so that I can show up as the happy present mom that I deserve to be for my kids and in life.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Are you and I love that she was so calm and patient putting her kids together to bed for the 10th time. All right.
Mhm.
So next we are going to move over to dun, 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 dun. Joni, what is Thrive? We can't wait. We can't hear you. You're hollow on the beach. Okay, I'm coming back to you. Something must be up with your audio. I'm going to come back to you. Erica, what is Thrive?
Okay, it's working.
Yes.
Sorry, I was trying to figure out how to unmute myself. Thrive is usually what keeps me mentally focused. Just figure out how to unmute myself. Thrive, gosh, what isn't it? It is how I can survive each and every day instead of just looking forward to the weekend. It's how I can work. It's how I can be a mom. It's how I can just live. It's a what's the word I want? It's truly like my life source, my power.
It's like you're Wonder Woman. It's your power.
Yeah. Yes, that's true.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So I am Sarah, the dancing queen. What is Thrive?
Oh my gosh. Thrive is literally what helped me get me back. It is kind of the thing that woke me up from a really deep sleep. It felt like I was asleep before. That is what Thrive is for me. It literally allows me to live my life to the fullest every single day. That's what Thrive is for me.
I love it. Okay. And Lindsay, what is Thrive to you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Thrive is the premium nutrition products that I started taking in January that allowed me to give up coffee and pop. I'm Ohio, so we say pop, and really get my gut health in check without having to take a lot of extra fiber supplements and nasty tasting things that I was taking.
I love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. So I am looking to see so the first thing that I want you to do thank you guys for sharing. And I know that many of you got notes, is when somebody walks up to you or when you're saying, what is Thrive? Make sure the very first thing that you want to do is share something about it being simple, because that's the first thing that they're going to hear. Oh, Thrive. And Paul had said too is, oh, have you heard of Thrive yet? You could start with a question. It's 3 simple steps. I take it first thing in the morning. Capsules Lifestyle Mix DFT. What happens is it goes to work to fuel my body and fill the nutritional gaps. What I did, and then you can go into before Thrive. And when you're sharing a story, it's very often give a visualization. Before Thrive, I would find myself scrolling late night TV, 3 and 4 in the morning. Now I sleep like a baby at night. I wake up rested. I'm not ready to like snap at my kids. And it also has helped me to lose a few pounds. Do you know anyone who needs, and Missy Crump said this once, that at the end of it, she'll say, do you know anyone who could use any of that? Instead of saying, do you want this? Because you might be saying you're a cranky old lady. You can say, do you know anyone who could use any of those things? So the elevator pitch is yours. It's exactly as you heard tonight. They were all super personal. And so that is the biggest piece of what I love is it's personally what has happened for you with the Thrive experience. So what would be, when we think about the 3 simple steps, there's 3 things that that have always come to me. It's premium nutrition. It's premium from the premium raws. So they'll always compare it to a bad steak versus a good steak. It's easy and simple, 1, 2, 3, and it's how your body is able to absorb the bioavailability. And so it's absorbed through the capsules, the lifestyle mix, and the DFT. So you might want to talk about absorption as well. And it really doesn't matter what you say, because many times what I will do is I'll say, why? What have you noticed? And I might say to John, oh, well, I've noticed you've lost a ton of weight. And he could say, I wasn't going to go on a diet. So simple. And say, what supplements are you personally taking right now? What are you noticing? So you can shift the question over and back to someone else. So as we think about when we started with our 10 fingers up, tomorrow there's a leadership call with Paul, and he put me on a random text. I don't know, he's got like 6 of us sharing. I don't know who the other people are. That's at 1 o'clock, and we have the Q&A at 2 o'clock. So I want to just talk briefly tonight about what 1, 2, or 3 things that you could add to your day to open that conversation. Because if you think about Thrive as, and if you listen to the podcast in the What's Up Buttercup this week, there are 3 places that you need people to get your business rolling and to get the experiences rolling. If we think about going into a theater, they're reopening Broadway. I want you to think about the people who are on your red carpet. And the people on your red carpet could be your cousins. They could be people that you've been friends with on social media, people that you've just met on social media, but they're people that have some interest in some way, shape, or form, or some affiliation with you. Old coworkers, even people that you've met in Facebook groups. They're on your red carpet. That means they've stepped foot into your space. That could either be in person, as Karen was talking about, being the room mom. All those moms are now going to be standing on a red carpet because they have that in common. So you're standing on the red carpet. I want you to visualize and really, really think every single day about how important that red carpet is. Because if no one's on the red carpet, and like I always think about what I'm wearing on the red carpet, like this is like what, I love Joan London. Did anybody ever watch Joan London when she would go through like the red carpet? So who are those people, and how do you invite more people on your red carpet? Your business will stop growing if we just stop inviting people over. Now, some people will get bored and wander away, and that's fine. You might pull them back in, and we're going to talk about that shortly. And so you could be having people on your red carpet because you're volunteering someplace, because you're posting valuable content that really speaks to teachers, or as in Bethany Hyatt's case, she's speaking to moms and dads who are sending their kids to kindergarten. She started posting content and really connecting with that specific niche. It might be that you, maybe you're the chair of your high school reunion, but you can meet them online and you can meet them offline, and it's your red carpet. It's however you want that to look. So Erica's red carpet, because she has a business in aesthetics, she's got a lot of people that are looking at her services that she's sharing content. And then all of a sudden they're like, well, I want to feel good on the inside too. So she expanded her red carpet by adding that to the list. So it's anywhere that you are, and you can expand it by what your content is on social media, and also by expanding your horizons. Like my tennis team, and every week more people are on that red carpet because we're wearing our Thrive loud and proud, and we're living the Thrive life. So when we talk about Beth Bolus, when she first got started, she didn't have a whole lot of people on her red carpet. She had gone through some pretty severe health issues. She had not been as social outside doing things, just working and trying to feel better. And so when some of you start and you've got a packed red carpet, packed, so many people on the red carpet, you just don't know what to do with them because you've got all these friends, and some of them get annoyed like mine did because I didn't know how to use social media in 2014. And so they quickly left the red carpet. They were like, we know what's going on here. Once how do you get them to the next room? And when you go into a theater or into a ride, if you're a big, like Universal Studios, you go from the little things into that like waiting area where they're going to open the doors and put you in. Or I think about the theater when you go into where they're selling the refreshments. How do you get people from the red carpet into that space? That means now they're saying, I want to see the show. I don't know what the show is about, but I want to see the show. And that's your authenticity, your courage, your honesty, your energy. That's all of the things that you bring. It's like that fourth grader that walked into Miss Howard's room. I know that energy in that room felt calm and kind, and Karen's grandchild just was like, oh. Or you walk into Miss Hoyt's room from 7th grade and she's sitting in the front of her room and she's like staring at you and pursing her lips and she's saying shh, shh, shh. And the 7th graders are all like, oh no, I'm like leaving. I'm not going to go into the main event. So in social media, what does that mean? That means you're connecting. It means you're interested. It means that you're sharing valuable content. Maybe you're making them laugh with something that you're putting on social media. It also means that maybe you're inside of, if you are a huge Brene Brown fan, maybe you're in a book club, maybe you're finding people that are posting on social media, sharing the podcast, and people that they're like, wow, this person's super interesting. And so your content keeps them engaged and interested. And you're also then throwing some of your Thrive life in there. So if your platform is, let's share how we can, maybe John is talking about how to go from 0 to marathon in 12 months. And he's got some content around this, and he's hanging out maybe some Instagram accounts that have over 50 marathon running. Maybe he's posting some stretches, and he might even be in a Facebook group or maybe even a local running community. But then he's going to put in some Thrive content. My recovery, after my run tonight would have stunk if I didn't have my X, Y, and Z, or sharing that the Move products are helping. And so now all those people that are in that waiting area are like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So we've made them laugh. We've inspired them. We've empowered them. Bethany Hyatt's kindergarten parents, they're loving her content. She's talking about how to talk to your kindergartner. And then from there, she's also saying, oh my gosh, you have a lot on your plate, mamas. And in her stories and a few posts are sharing more about how Thrive relates to her niche. So if Karen walked into Mrs. Howard's classroom and she started yelling, like, I could do it, she could do it too, like throwing Thrive, like, listen, you need Thrive. She's going to have they have the context of being grandmas and moms in the classroom. And then she's going to do her listening. And then she's going to say, listen, I've got something. I know it feels overwhelming at home right now with all those babies. I know. I want to share something with you. She's already brought them into a circle of trust, and you can build that on social media with valuable content. You can build that in Facebook groups. I'd encourage you to go back and watch Erica's RISE method that she did a ton of training in Wi-Fi Wealth. The RISE method is taking them from the red carpet right into that waiting area. And you want people ready to go through that door. And that's your offer. So you're on the red carpet, and then you're in the waiting area. And when those doors open, you're like, I'm here for the show. You're going to have some people that stand back and they're going to like evaluate and watch. So how do we go? We have to make that offer. We have to share. So we're going to be sharing testimonials. We're going to be doing the lives. We're going to say, hey, I can take you backstage, come to our team huddle, or I can take you backstage, come inside of the customer group and learn a little bit more. Because your energy, your content, your connection is going to start those conversations when you're going to say, like, listen, I want to share this with you. This is going to help you so much. Or when you see somebody when somebody says, and I'll use Elizabeth, who is a nurse, when someone's like, oh my gosh, I am so exhausted from this long day. She's going to say, I get it. I get it. Like, listen, I've got something that can help you. Let me get your information, and are we friends on Facebook? And they've got this know, like, and trust. But when they start following her on Facebook or Instagram, she might be talking about how to the PTSD that healthcare workers are feeling going into this next variant. She might be talking about hospital humor, and then sharing along the way testimonials, texts, information, educating on the product with a call to action in your stories. Your call to action is either verbal, your call to action is either intentional, or it is those breadcrumbs. So my call to action to John was, listen, I know that you need to lose a significant amount of weight. You shared that with me before your surgery. So let's get you started on the Thrive experience. Yes, 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 Beth, I'll open the box. I'll open the box. And it was just continuously, he's standing in the back of the room. He already opened the door to the show. Now, where do people fall? They might sit in those back seats and they might watch the show for a long time. And if the show goes dark, they're going away. They're going to go to somebody else's show. So that's why we keep showing up and we keep serving and giving value and having conversations, even if they're annoyingly eating their popcorn really loud and texting during your show. Because there will be somebody that keeps watching and keeps watching and keeps watching. And then there's the front row seat people, and those are your customers. And so we want to imagine that that show is how you personally are sharing Thrive in your life, which will be very different for the Gen X, the baby boomer, or the millennial. If Sarah started showing up talking about menopause and Sex in the City and not sleeping at night because her hormones were raging, they'd be like, what is going on with you? But she's going to talk very differently because she's a millennial. And then John and I are going, there was something really funny. We've got to make up our own Reels challenge. If anybody wants to start doing Reels, there's a great chat. I hang out there and don't really do all the things I'm supposed to do. So you don't have to be the overachiever. But there's one that you put down your fingers. If Aaron Aponte did it today, like if you ever went to Blockbuster Video, put down a finger. It was like what we did to start. So I thought that would be a really cool one that you could do for your age group. What does that do? It keeps the show playing. Too many times we turn off the lights for our show, and then our audience that we've worked so hard from the red carpet to bring into the waiting area, and we're getting excited for the show, the doors open and we're like going and we're like, yeah, I did it, and here's what it's all about, and you're interviewing this person and you're sharing valuable content, and they're like, oh yes, gut health, and oh my gosh, that was such a cute reel, how'd you get that car? And then suddenly your show goes dark. They're like, oh, it's over, I'm off. And it's really hard to get them back into the seats. So that's why I want to say the consistency for your business. Now, some people will choose to always stay in the seats. Those are your customers, or those people are watching you. And then some people will come to your band and they want to be in your band. And those are the people on your team. But we want to make sure that we provide that exceptional experience for them so that they're not feeling that waiting on the red carpet was, and now you've finally got them in the room. So remember that that's your funnel. Like if we talk about fancy funnels, you're generating leads and they're on that red carpet. You've got to figure out, how do I get them into my space? How do I get them to be nurtured and connected? And here's the cool thing. It's kind of like a progressive party. They get into the seats, they might move back out to the carpet, they might go a ways a little bit, but at the end of the day, if you're providing value and you're being authentic and you're truly someone that's listening and caring, and this is what I want to say is, once they sit in the seats, give them a free account so that even if they wander away and go on vacation and the show has to close down for COVID, you still have their contact information. And then it's up to you to touch base with them, whether you do it with an email update or let them know that you've got a special. Maybe you have them all in a text. So where I see, like, what I want you to think about in your business is, where do you need to put more and where do you need to put less? A lot of people have a packed red carpet. They just don't know how to get them to the next step. And that is where Beth Bolus used the customer group and just consistency. I have never seen anyone interview more people on her way to 12K, like you would scroll her timeline and there would be another story. But she was sharing her lifestyle. She was sharing really good content and making people feel seen and heard and a part of her community. Did some people not stick around? Yeah, that wasn't for me. I left. Like, not me personally. I stayed. Obviously, she's in the band. And some of you have been the lead singer in your business, and then you've like been the backup dancer for a little while. And the cool thing is with Lavelle and with this team, you're never kicked off the stage. You get to stay even if you're just playing the triangle or the xylophone. But it's up to you to choose how that looks in your business. And that brings us to however what is your type of instrument in this band is building the business is then you get to be in charge of it. You get to decide, am I going to be someone who shows up to working Zooms? Am I going to be someone who hosts my own? Am I going to use that customer group? And having the confidence to know that once you start people on the 3 steps, and once you have that story that Beth has, that John has, that Karen has, that Sarah Luce has, that Joni has, and Serena and Kendra, once you have that story, there's really no going back to the red carpet. There's really no leaving, because that story is really, really, really powerful. So does that explain? So when you're in that waiting area and you're chatting with people, that's when you want to know what your Thrive pitch is. And so I wanted to start with that to say tonight that if you don't know what to say, ask a question. And if you are planning I used to pretend that Paul asked me like, hey, what is Thrive? And I would kind of practice that. So I wanted for you to hear all different personalities and all different ways that people share what is Thrive and how does Thrive work. And then the question is here's how it worked for me. I can't wait to see what happens when you start your Thrive experience. Okay. So we're going to end tonight with a couple of instead of gratitude tonight, we've done gratitude for the last couple of weeks and being super grateful is what I would love for everyone to share tonight is I'm gonna call on people so it goes fast, is one commitment that you want to make in the next week, just one. It might be one reel, one story, one interview, one phone call. Maybe it is just like one time that you're going to go through your back office. But what's one commitment that feels good? Like when you think about it, you don't feel it in your throat, in your chest. You don't feel it as scary. You feel like this is what will feel good for my business. And I'm going to make that commitment, put it on my calendar, and move forward with that one thing. So, Miss Kendra, who's coming to Florida for the retreat, what's one thing that you want to do? I know you're headed back to, well, you guys go back to school later because you're in the Midwest. Florida started today.
We actually started training today. So we have new curriculum. So we are in training all day today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Ish.
Wow, ish. Well,
that's all I got to say about that.
That's when you put on your vision board. If you say, well, when do I get to retire from this job? What is one thing with all that busy schedule that you want to commit to over the next 7 days?
Oh gosh, there's so much. We've been gone so much. I feel like I'm disconnected. I want to reach out to, I feel like I've dropped off. I feel like I've dropped off with some of my customers. So I want to reach out to them.
Reconnect with
There's
customers.
Probably 5 or 6. Yep.
So a really great way to reconnect with your customers is to, you are so good with the customer group, and congratulating them is maybe maybe ask them if they will share something in the customer group or find something that's very interesting to them, make a post, somehow get them back into that customer group, but make a personal connection. So number 1, I would reconnect with them on a personal level. Number 2, I would ask them like, hey, it's like, let's chat about how your Thrive is going. You're still feeling the same energy. how's X, Y, and Z, and then maybe get them back involved in the Do You Thrive community. Is there anybody here who feels like they've disconnected from their customers this summer because it's been a busy summer and you've been traveling? Is there anybody else? Put up your hand if you feel like you need a customer reconnection. Okay, Kendra and Lindsay, I'm going to put you two together to be accountability partners to reach out to your customers and check in with each other. And you're on the same chat with, no, you're not. Lindsay, you're on Bridget's chat and Kendra's on Jen's, but you guys are you're on the leadership chat together too. Okay, so if anybody else wants to get in touch with their customers, put it in the comments and Lindsay will take notes on that because she's a note taker. And if you want to, okay, so Michelle and Melissa, so anybody that wants to get reconnected to their customers, and I'll tell you, Lindsay and Kendra are incredible customer keepers. So Andrea wants to, okay, we're taking notes for people that want to reconnect with their customers. Maybe you guys can even do it on a Zoom, brainstorm some ideas, sending a note, maybe giving a couple of credits for shipping. That would be awesome. Okay, so Karen Helene, what is one thing? Oh, I already called on you, so I'm going to let you sit, Miss Room Mom. I'm going to call on Amy Hinsman. One thing, and Karen, I'm going to go back to you. I would love for you in the leadership chat or even on United We Thrive to share some of your customer tips because you have such a great job of retaining customers and staying connected for our people that are looking for their customers. Amy, what is one thing that you want to commit to? And will you please tell everybody what Wade said about our Thrive jerky? Because that was my favorite thing of the week.
Human flesh or human meat.
It's human flesh.
We just drove we moved in a car from Kansas to the coast of North Carolina. So we had a lot of time, did no technology at all. Not by choice. I had options, but we had a lot of time to chat and look around and talk for 3 solid days and nights. But anyway, yeah, so we were eating a lot of Thrive snacks and we were just making up so many stories. And one of them, he's like, what if it was human meat? So now that's just how it's that's the Thrive Vice. They could be black pepper, sea salt, or sweet and salt. Doesn't matter. They're all human meat.
I love that. He is going to remember those 3 days as the highlight of you could have taken him to see Crazy Horse, Old Faithful and everything, but those 3 days in the car. So what's one thing that you want to commit to over the next week for your business?
So I would like to find people locally that I can meet in person. I mean, I knew every single neighbor, 82 neighbors in my condos. I have all of their phone numbers. I have a lot of them as free accounts or customers, that will remain in Kansas, but I'm all done there. So this is a new place. This is a new meeting people type thing. I've joined a lot of local Facebook groups and going to various stores. I want to actually
I think that's great. And so does anybody have that goal of getting out a little bit more locally to connect in their communities over the next Renee does and Joni built to 12K going out to parks. Put your name in the comment that says meet up locally, and I'll have you guys connect with each other for that. So we've got Renee, we've got Beth Bolus, we've got Joni. Okay, someone's taking notes on this and we've got the recording. So we're going to end with customers and meet up locally. Let's do one more so that there's 3 different groups that you can say, I want to be in an accountability group. And I know you don't need another chat, but just for 7 days, it's in the chat and out of the chat for 7 days to kind of I'm moving your seats around. How the teacher used to make you sit someplace else. So Stormy, who is rocking the reels, I'm obsessed with Stormy. I keep watching her reels. And I feel like when you watch somebody's reels, you get to know, that's how I got to know Bethany, was from her TikTok. So what's something, Stormy, that you want to do over the next 7 days that you're not currently doing right now?
I kind of want to really hone in on tips and tricks and stuff that I can share with people. so I can provide more value.
Content, like
Yeah.
content. Okay, so you want to work on creating content that provides value, that takes them from the red carpet and keeps them like, oh, I want to know more about Stormy, like, so gut health or social selling, maybe mom hacks, because you talk a lot about balancing time with doing less, making more time. So is anybody want to work on tips and tricks and super valuable educational content that they would use on their social media or their lives over the next 7 days? Is anybody okay? So we've got Charisse and we've got, you don't have to choose one. Karen is now a rebel. Chelsea says, yes, you can be in 2, Chelsea. I love it. I love overachieving Chelsea, who wants to be in 2. You must be a manifesting generator. You want to jump from thing to thing. Melissa, okay, take notes on this and we'll have the replay. So we have people that want to work on customer, and I will get on a Zoom with each of these groups and post it in United We Thrive, and anybody's welcome. So there will be a customer, and I'm going to be looking at people who I don't have great customer retention because I have great recruiting skills. So if you have loved Thrive in my life, normally you have been recruited. And so I'm really working on keeping, I want a customer base. I will have a customer base of over 15 reoccurring customers so I can earn Auto Elite every month. So customer, content creation, and getting out and doing different local events. We've got 3 different groups. We're gonna do 3 chats. And you can be in those chats. Like Cindy right now is overwhelmed at work. I'm not allowing her in any extra chats. So she is just making it through. So you decide, take it, like put your hand on your heart and breathe in. And if it's like, this feels like something I want to do, it's a yes, go into it. If you're like, I'm doing all that I can right now to be on 1 working Zoom a week, that you do that too. This is not an A+. This is just giving you some ways that you can connect with other people and work on some things that you want to work on. So that is all for tonight. I hope that you guys found this helpful. Thank you for all of the people that shared. Thank you for our Applebee dance lesson, because I have tried to watch the video, and I am self-proclaiming that John and I are going to need to have a dance off, because I could be as left-footed. I don't know. You saw us making reels at Thrive Palooza. Okay, I'm looking to see if there's anything else. Appointment at 8. All right, you guys have a beautiful night. Thank you for being on. And I get to see Erica next week, which is super, super exciting. She and Eloise are coming to Florida, and I'm going to see Erica and Eloise. So be looking for some 5-year-old unicorn gear. And if you are local in Florida, check in with us. All right, you guys. We will all chat soon. Thanks for being on. Again, we do Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock. Even when Blair does that first Sunday, it's every Tuesday at 9 o'clock. And tomorrow we've got the leadership call with Paul, and also the Q&A. We scheduled it. It's pre-done, but we had some really good questions. So we'll chat with you guys all later. Have a good night.